When are we perfectly aligned with our inner true self? Well, when are you not perfectly aligned is very simple. Is that when you gotta do something and you don't want to do it. What do? It's called dragging a foot, right? You do it, but you procrastinate. Yeah, you don't do it with vitality. Why? You got to do it because it's only the intellect that is forcing you rather than your will and your inner will, meaning your inner desire as opposed to the external desire. External desire, that means it's only a means to an end, so it's not really what you want. So it's a forced will. But the inner will is really what you want. That's not forced. So, by way of example, if you really want your family, so there's nothing forcing you that you got to do something for them. But if you really don't want your family, whatever that, right? What you want is your comfort right now. So now what happens? What I really want is comfort, and your needs of the family, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your kids, whether it's your parents, whoever, a family, are not your inner will. Your inner will, I just want to sit and relax. I just, want to veg out, chill. I don't like that word. It's too chilly here. Sit in or warm, not chilled. Don't be chilled. Chilled? I'll get to it. Because you really don't want it. It's not your inner will. Right? So you chilled. And you're not aligned with your inner self. When are you aligned with your inner self? When it's really what you want as an end in itself, not a means to an end even. Right? And what happens when that happens? You get up and you dance and you do it with a spirit, with an energy, with a get up and go that is like, wow. Why? Because that's what you really want. You're aligned with your inner self. Now, of course, the question is, what do you really want? So, I really want to make money. I really want to be famous. I want to have my 15 minutes of fame on social media. I want to be loved by everybody. It's really what you want? No. That's in order that you can feel good about yourself, right? That's what you want. Where's that coming from? That's not even your inner true. That's your inner will of your animal soul. But the inner will of the divine soul wants to be connected, wants to be miyuchad, bound up and one with the divine. And just as that's the true inner will of the individual, that's the inner will of God. And that reflects our inner will. His inner will is the mitzvah. It is bound up with him like the body and the soul are bound up. Just as my soul has a desire to move the limb of my hand, it surrenders. The body surrenders to the will of my soul. It doesn't. There's no talk back. There's no let's have a meeting about this. Let's have a discussion. I mean, just because you want that, I'm gonna listen to you. Yeah, absolutely. Listen to your inner will. Your inner will is you want to be bound up with the inner will of God, which is the mitzvah. That's really what you want. And if it's not, try to understand what's talking inside of you. Where is it coming from? it really coming from something of a higher quality or a higher nature of the divine soul, or is that just coming from your animal soul? And then, at least then you're self-aware. You know where your challenge is, and you know what you need to get connected to in order to be truly aligned with your inner self. All right. Any questions, any comments, any thoughts? Pretty powerful teaching today from the Tanya. 2 question marks before. Just a reminder. 1 o'clock Rambam. Lori, the inner will of God for us is to connect and to know Him, and the Torah mitzvahs are the way to know and connect with Him. Correct, Lori. Very good. Again, these last several minutes, listen to them carefully because they're, as everything we learn, it's a game changer. Davida, is there any merit for someone who doesn't want to do something but still does it anyway? Of course. Thank you, Davida, for that question. Absolutely. Actually, Davida, I like your red question marks that you put up. That makes it very clear. Yeah. Put question marks before you ask your question. Very, yeah. Absolutely. We shuffle around and we procrastinate from doing the mitzvah. You didn't put men, if you didn't, who are Jewish, 13 and above. Imagine everybody here is. You didn't put on your tefillin yet and you're procrastinating? Just do it. I mean, just do it. Both. Yeah. That's obviously better than not doing it, because the bottom line is just do it, right? That's the bottom line. But to be aligned with your inner self, with your true self, is to be aligned with the inner reality of God, the inner will of God, which is the mitzvah. That's the idea. Okay, I hope that was clear. So, yeah, but definitely has value. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that. John, is performance of mitzvah done reluctantly as powerful as performance that is done with alacrity? No, it's not, because then you're not aligned. Now, it depends what you're talking about. If you're comparing one person with another, so then we can't say that the person with alacrity versus the person who is reluctant, that the one with alacrity is better than one reluctant, because maybe the one who was reluctant put a lot more effort to do the mitzvah. So if, and because of that, we shouldn't judge another person, because we don't know. Just because I do it with alacrity and the other person does the opposite, right? He's so reluctant, fights every way, every possible manner, doesn't make you better than them. But it does make this person who was reluctant and now does it with alacrity better. So, if you're comparing people, which we shouldn't, then yes, there's, we can't say which one, which person. But is alacrity better than a reluctancy? Of course. That for sure is. It means you really get it. You're really aligned. A dream of two goat, a head with two goats. The battle between. Yes, very good. Shanabina, probably getting ahead of myself, but how can we motivate our inner self to engage when we aren't feeling so inspired? Well, if you're feeling inspired today, Shoshana Bina, if that's the case, then probably what we need to do is learn Tanya every day, so then we can continuously be inspired. And from this inspiration will be perspiration, meaning we will work on it. If the more we are coming to learn on a daily basis, the more these teachings will become a part of you, and alacrity will be just much more natural than the reluctancy over time. But yeah, hey, this is the battle. Chabad way is by the teachings, and then thinking about the teachings, being mindful, meditating upon them, which is, by the way, the new course that's coming up in Shoshana Bina. You actually signed up with your friend. That's great. A plug for the new JLI course starting in less than 2 weeks. You don't want to miss it. Meditation from Sinai. So it will be things that we can think about to internalize the things that we need in our lives that are to touch and make us aligned with our true inner self. So it's there's no shortcut with this. There's no shortcut because it's digging deep. Digging deep is a lot of work. But we're, hey, that's what we're here. Painting and training, and that's what you're all accomplishing every day by coming here. I know some people, they're at work and they're listening. Other people are able to focus totally. Whatever you're picking up, whatever you're learning is for sure a gain. And, the more we can pick up from this, and again, the more it's consistent, and the more you're going to see over time how we do change from within. Okay. David is asking, is the Rebbe dealing with yichud here in a sense as a state of consciousness, or is this a different concept? I'm not certain exactly what you mean, David, but I think it'll be later on that we're going to deal with this concept. We'll get there. We're leading there, but here we're talking about how to be miyuchad, united and bound with God. Our inner will can be bound up with His inner will. Leah, Tanya, every day changed my life. It starts to seep into your pores and be a part of who you are. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That was very nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Any comments or questions from Clubhouse or Instagram? I don't see things on Instagram. Anybody in Clubhouse would like to share?
Rabbi?
Yes. Go ahead,
Good
Batya.
morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to say from my personal experience and note about myself is that, yes, as the years have gone by and I'm growing, I also have my ups and my downs in this. So it's not like a consistent, it's not like a straight line, I guess is what I wanted to say. So some days, or most days, I can say most days, it's coming from the inner. And then sometimes it's like what you mentioned earlier, because like I really feel like doing this, but I know I need to do it, so I'm going to do it anyway. And just to say to those who have these experiences, that comes along with it. That's growth.
Right. Yeah. So thank you for sharing. It's true that we're going to have ups and downs. After all, that's part of the human condition. So that's okay. As long as we can look back 3 months ago, 6 months ago, whatever amount of time, and we could see that we actually are growing. That doesn't mean we won't have days that we kind of blew it, right? That doesn't mean that we may have blown it, but that doesn't mean, as a general rule, that we have grown. That's what we want to look for. When we blew it, so don't get down on yourself. I mean, more on that we can talk another time. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Batya.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay. Anybody else? Norm, please share.
Good morning. Hi, Rabbi. Another tremendous class. Thank you so much. Really, I think connecting deeply. I appreciate it so much. So a couple of logistical questions. Number one, do you teach this Rambam class on Clubhouse? For some reason, I never get that notification.
No, yeah, it's not on Clubhouse. It's on Zoom, and it's on Facebook. Chabad Zichron, Chabad ZK.
Okay, so I just want to write down Facebook Chabad ZK.
Yeah, I think it's ZK or it's a Chabad Zichron. Well, if you put Chabad Zichron, it's probably the same thing. Or it's on Zoom, 770 6085.
Hang on a second. 770, 770. I wonder where you got that number. 6085?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the daily Rambam class. Got it. And number two, are all of the recordings of the classes that you're making, do they all exist on your website?
Yes. Yeah. All the classes exist on TanyaRabbi.com or on YouTube Tanya Rabbi.
TanyaRabbi.com or YouTube Tanya Rabbi. All right, those are two things, because I want to go over it. I can stop it and start it and think about it. So I can
absolutely.
All right, that was my two questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, anybody else? All right, beautiful. Oh, okay. Ronald.
Rabbi, I just wanted to say one thing to you.
Mm-hmm.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos to you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless. All right. And with that, I think we have a good Shabbos to everybody. Thank you. Oh, okay. All right, folks. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zichron Kadesh in Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. To be continued, of course. Enjoy the day and have a wonderful Shabbos. 10 commandments we're going to hear this Shabbos. Take them in.